Johnny.com. You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
Need a perfect lunch or dinner spot? Johnny Long Hots at 545 South Oxford Valley Road is your one stop for any sandwich your heart desires. Specialties like the hot South Philly cutlet, Johnny's Super Cooper, or Nana's meat pie steak, or classics like the Italian roast pork and many other Italian hoagie options. Call today, 267-202-6009. That's 267-202-6009. And never go hungry again, because everything is better with Long Hots. Johnny Long Hots, 545 South Oxford Valley Road in Fairless Hills.
Vacations are only as good as the planning that goes into them. Using a travel advisor like Happy Traveler Dream Vacations not only saves you time, but money. Looking for the next family getaway, weekend getaway, or once-in-a-lifetime cruise? HappyTravelerDreamVacations.com takes care of all the worries for you. Contact them today, HappyTravelerDreamVacations.com, or call or text 479-481-1725. That's 479-481-1725. And speak with the owner, Kelly, directly. Happy Traveler Dream Vacations caters to all ages and interests, and you pay nothing for her service. Anything you can imagine with HappyTravelerDreamVacations.com. That's HappyTravelerDreamVacations.com. You're listening to 1490 WBCB and on your FM dial at 107.3 W297CL Levittown.
Good morning, race fans, and welcome to Yardley, Pennsylvania.
Here for Wide Open Wednesday, it is Fred Fletcher and Nick Leach.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Wide Open Wednesday. We'll just reiterate, that's Wednesday. And you're here with myself, Fred Fletcher from Fletcher's Garage, and Nick Leach. And we're here talking all things racing. So
absolutely. And at the controls, as always, is Stone Cold Steve Lawler. And we got a lot to talk about tonight. We got some interesting guests that are going to come on the show with us. I guess the biggest story of the day will be that Doug Rose is going to be on our show from Bridgeport, the owner of Bridgeport. Anybody wants to call, any questions you got, 215-949-3232, and get involved. If you want to sponsor us, you can do that too. We appreciate all that. We got one sponsor reeled in for us. We'll be able to announce that soon. And we got another big announcement that Fred is going to drive a race car.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, I went down today and met with Andy Belmont, who I got the car from, and through you, Nick. Thank you. And I'm going up to Jimmy Wismer's house on Sunday to pick it up, and it's really sweet. He said it's all together. It's got a Maynard Troyer chassis on it, Bittner engine, 355. All set up real nice. Everything's new. Brand new shocks on there, Penske shocks. And the only thing that's old on it is the cab, the body. So it's a 36 Chevy. Yeah, 36 Chevy.
That's what's supposed to be old on it. And knowing Andy like I know Andy, everything he owns is top notch.
Yes.
And when I asked him if what he had to sell, he said he got rid of most of his vintage cars. I was surprised about that. And he said he had that one left, which was Tom Sickler's car, which was a replica of my brother's first sportsman car. And he said, yeah, I'll sell him that. And price sounded good to me. I turned it over to you, and now we're going to do something cool.
Yeah, we're going to do the car up however way I want to do it, whether I want to do it as Johnny's car or my dad's car or whatever stuff. I'll put a big flamingo on it. I don't know. But
Yeah.
right now I'm saving the big flamingos for Dom Antonelli's car. So I'll have them tomorrow, Dom, if you're listening.
Well, the
Give
fun
us a
thing
call.
about that is when he goes to victory lane, the cool thing's going to be him getting out of the car, and we got to put that hat on him. So,
Yeah, that big flamingo hat there.
so Dom's always fun. Dom's always a good sport about everything, and he's one of the few drivers after he gets done racing, he goes and sits in the grandstands and he mingles with everybody. He's got a great family, and you know, this is why we're doing what we're doing here, to get all the families involved, whether it be at Bridgeport, Wall Stadium, Maple Grove, New Egypt. We're trying to get fans in the stands for all these tracks. We know everybody can't be in one spot on a Saturday night. Everybody likes, there's people like Bridgeport, there's people like New Egypt, there's people like Wall. Like you said, you know, you thought the crowd was light at Wall, and then all of a sudden, wow, the sun went down and everybody showed up.
Yeah, I was kind of like, well, it was about half capacity, maybe a little less. I'm like, I feel bad because it was a really nice card and beautiful night. And then maybe a half hour after I talked to you, it was just like, wow, man, it was like jam-packed stands. I ended up getting up and sitting down in the first turn because I usually always sit next to the left of the flagger for whatever reason. It's just a habit, no matter where I'm at. So I said, let me wander around, and then went over in the first turn. I'm like, wow, nice vantage point from here too. So it was good.
They had a couple big races planned. Big Diamond didn't get to run their race, and it got rained out. New Egypt got rained out, but Grandview ran, and Bridgeport ran. And of course, we'll talk to Doug about that when he calls. Grandview, Ryan Watt wins the $10,000 Forest Rogers Memorial. That's a big win for Ryan Watt. I mean, I know he misses the big track at Bridgeport, and he's won there. His son has won there, and Alex Bartorillo, I believe that's his name. He won at Grandview also. So Grandview got their stuff in, and Grandview is an action-packed track. You live in Pennsylvania, you don't have to live in Pennsylvania to go to Grandview. We're probably going to make ventures to these tracks to do some stuff like we did our New Egypt video. I know we got some positive feedback with that. This week we're possibly going to go to Bridgeport and do some stuff. I talked to Doug about that. But I did
the Wall one a few weeks ago, and that was really a good video. So so we're going to get there. I haven't been to Grandview in forever. That's probably even longer than...
It's cool.
WBCB. Yeah, I have to get up there. I'm looking forward to it. But we got a caller.
Yes, we do.
What's going on?
I'll get you on there, Earl.
Huh? It's Earl. Hey, Earl.
Good evening.
Hello,
What's
Earl.
happening?
How are you?
We were just talking about Wall.
Good night, guys.
Yeah. I guess you heard we were just talking about Wall Stadium and the good time I had down there, and I want to thank you for your hospitality again, for allowing me wander the pits and all over the place wherever I wanted to go.
My pleasure.
I feel like official press now. I have our shirts.
You absolutely are. That's right. You had a wristband and everything.
Yeah. So it was very cool, very nice night. And I was texting Nick when I was in the stands. I said, wow, this is a shame there's not a whole lot of people in the stands. And then all of a sudden it just like filled up. I guess that's how it rolls. But,
yes, that's how it is at Wall, especially in the summer months. Right around the time, we start the features, which works out well, having qualifying early, then pre-race ceremonies right after 7, and the features. Yeah, the folks, whether they're coming in from the shore recreation area or just doing other things during the afternoon, right around 7 o'clock it starts to fill back in.
That's about right. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, everybody should give this a trot. And, we always talk about something different to do is going to the track. And the other thing about it is it's actually cheaper than, like, going to a movie. I'm not going to knock movies, but I don't go anymore. But, a lot of people still like it. But as far as that, you can take your whole family down there. For the tickets, say you got a family of 4 can go down, eat everything, for what, less than $140, $150. I mean, that's a baseball game.
You can watch them all on your TV at home now. You can get them instantly. I mean, it's crazy. Now, you had 2 modified features last week, right, Earl?
Yes, we did. Twin 35s. They were actually scheduled for the week before, but we were rained out. And Kyle Sisko won the first one. It was really good. It was the first race he'd run in about 6 weeks because he had a broken hand from a crash earlier in the season. And he came back and won the first feature. And then Andrew Krause won the nightcap main event. He had motor problems in the first feature, dropped out, and started at the rear of the second feature and came back and won it. So it was a good comeback feature wins for both.
Yeah, he was running hard. I was impressed. Not that maybe I should be, but I was impressed with how Andrew was running and where he came from up to how he got into the lead. It was a fantastic run for him.
Very clean racer too.
Yeah.
He's a very likable person. He doesn't do too bad with a modified with a dirt car either. He's a pretty good.
Yeah, you've seen him, Nick, race at Bridgeport in Egypt. Yeah.
Yep. He's not bad in that kind of. What do you got going on for this week, Earl?
Well, it's a regular show. 40 lapper for the modifieds, the regular distance, and then all of our regular racing divisions. And then the following week will be the Cliff Krause Memorial. That'll be on the 24th. That's the 127 lap feature that honors Cliff Krause, the late promoter, Andrew's dad.
Right.
And we'll also have the factory stocks, legend cars, and TQ midgets will be back for that one. And they'll run 27 lap features that night.
Well, I promise I will get there with Fred. I promise.
Yeah, we were looking for you, Nick. Your name was on the press list.
Yeah, I know, and I had some things I had to do, and we're supposed to go to Bridgeport this weekend, but I got some bad news this afternoon, which may hinder what I do this weekend too. But we're going to try and get to Bridgeport and do some stuff. So. But we appreciate you calling, Earl. We got callers lined up today.
All right.
Very good.
Cool.
Okay, well, I'll look forward to listening to the show. And
okay, thanks, Earl.
Tomorrow morning as well.
All right, absolutely. Thanks, Earl.
Thank you, Earl.
Got Doug on the line.
We probably have the busiest man in racing. Not only does he own Bridgeport Speedway, he also owns the Action Track. Whatever made you decide to own 2 racetracks? Are you out of your mind?
I certainly am out of my mind.
And you know what?
Not only do I do racetracks, I operate 3. So.
Exactly. And I'm sitting there today after I talked to you today, and I'm like, what ever possessed this guy to do this, and this? And in the beginning, everybody, you were the most hated guy around because you took the big track away, but I think now people are starting to see your vision, Doug.
Yeah, I think they're starting to see the vision. I don't know if I'm still not hated, though, but, we're doing our best to try to make racing good.
Well, let's see. The race director, the owner, and the guy that prepares the track, they're the 3 people that are hated the most at any racetrack because no matter what you do, you never do it right. I got to tell you, the racing there is phenomenal. The sliders, the banking on the track, and you guys have got a handle on the racetrack now, and it's and the Action Track. Forget about it. I've never been there. I've watched it on TV, and I'm like, wow. And then when you bring the bigger cars there, it's crazy. I mean, and you got 2 little kids. Your wife is involved. The main thing with you, Doug, that I see is you're there. There's access to you. People can come talk to you. You're always there. You're always involved. And that means a lot to people that are paying money to come watch races at a racetrack.
For sure. We try to always be available. I put my heart and soul into this speedway, both my speedways. And, we just do our best to try to be the best. And, I try to be available anytime for any questions and any concerns.
Now, what big stuff do you have coming up at Bridgeport?
We actually we just hit a nice little easy stretch here of racing for us for the next few weeks. So we're kind of on what I call regular shows. This weekend we got the modifieds and the sportsmen. Next week we come back with modifieds and sprint cars and kind of wind out our point season here until we get into mid-September. So we're kind of in a nice easy stretch here of some regular events. We just had one of our best crowds of the year last weekend because we had really nice weather for a change and not that 97 degree stuff that we've been dealing with. So it's been a nice season here rolling along. We hadn't had any rainouts. We just had one the other week, but before that we hadn't had one since I think it was mid-May. So we've been chugging along here and just racing.
Yeah, I mean the Action Track. How many more shows you got at the Action Track?
Well, we have one going on right now, so with that, take that one away. I've got one Sunday, the Dick Tobias Classic, which is a pretty big event for us, and then we have one a couple Wednesdays after, and that's it. So basically 2 events after tonight.
Now, after this is all said and done, what does Doug Rose do to unwind after a busy week of all this craziness?
I don't unwind. I keep going. That's what makes you successful. You don't stop. You keep moving forward.
Yeah, because, yep. I mean, I see your wife on the internet, and I see them 2 little kids, and I'm like, this guy, the kids are they're going to get older. They're going to want to race. You know that, right?
No. I do my best to keep them away. I'm going to go back to actually answer your question to unwinding, because you mentioned the 2 kids. When I unwind, I can't wait to get home and snuggle up with them little guys in bed.
I mean, your kids are adorable.
We play a little bit, then we snuggle, and we have a wonderful evening together. And a lot of people question, why do you drive back and forth so much? Because I need to be home. That means a lot to them to wake up to me and go to bed with me. So, that's what we do.
Well, I know the guys appreciate you being there. I know the guys appreciate you being accessible. That means a lot to the people that walk through your gate. You've made me accessible to you, and I appreciate that. We're going to try and get down there Saturday and do some filming and some stuff. And you told me whatever we wanted to do, we could do. Now, you have any really big stuff coming up at the end of the year?
Yeah, we got a lot of big stuff coming up. We once we get into the beginning of October, we got our Danny Serrano weekend, which is a 3-day weekend. It culminates with a 50-lapper for the modifieds on Sunday. Then the following week is we kind of changed out our street stock nationals and decided to go with a big event for our 602 sportsman cars. So it's a 100-lapper, $10,000 to win for them. Fully paid B main, over 60+ cars getting paid. Just a big event. Then we come back the following week with a big 305 national. So we try to do something for all of our divisions. Just try to do something big. So we do modifies and sportsmen, and come back with the 305s. And we'll still do something with the street stocks. We just haven't decided how to place that in there yet.
Yeah, my nephew that ran the wing car, he moved to North Carolina.
Yes.
I miss him, and his big deal was going to Bridgeport at the end of the year when you had that big show, the Sprint Fest. And I told him, I said, the car's sitting here. We just got to put a motor in it, come down for the end of the year, and you can run Bridgeport. He done real well the last time he ran there. And then all of a sudden he got the deal to go to North Carolina. I mean, I couldn't begrudge him on that, Doug. He got a whole bunch of money to go there, and but he misses the races.
A little bit about it. That's
so
great for him.
Yep. But no, we appreciate you coming on the show, and if there's anything that we can do for you on the Need for Speed program and Wide Open Wednesday, we'll do whatever we got to do to promote you, and we appreciate what you do for us.
Real quick, Doug, do you have any vintage car races coming up, or runs, exhibitions coming up?
Yeah, well, the Vintage are with us this weekend.
I'm not going to be ready this weekend.
Then I think they're off a few weeks. I'm looking here at the schedule. I actually don't think they come back till the end of September. So they're off a few weeks and back at the end of September. Yeah.
I'll be ready by then. I'll have my car hooked up by then.
Get working.
There we go. That's what we're doing this weekend.
All right, Doug. Well, we'll be in touch, and hopefully we'll see you this weekend.
All right.
All right. Sounds great.
Thanks, Doug. I appreciate you calling. Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
I'm telling you, Bridgeport is a great track. I usually go down there probably 3 or 4 times a year because I split it up between New Egypt, Bridgeport, now Wall. But I've never seen a bad race there, and the stands are phenomenal. Concessions are phenomenal.
I grew up there. We grew up there, So
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I grew up in Flemington, and the concessions I remember were good there too. But Bridgeport, I haven't seen a bad race there except for the one where I sat there when it got rained out, the one in May that Doug was talking about.
Right.
Anybody should go down there. It's not that far. It's about an hour ride from our area here.
Right.
And you go down 295 and then just hit down there. You'll see it down there. So, all right, we're going to take a break, and come right back with Wide Open Wednesday.
Jeff Martin of Hamilton Township, inviting you to tune in to our monthly radio show, This Month in Hamilton. Video stream live the 4th Tuesday of every month at 10 a.m. at WBCB1490.com. We will be featuring various guests from Hamilton Township to keep you up to date on what's going on in Hamilton.
I gotta be me.
If you love Sammy Davis Jr., here's some great news. Sammy's back. Tune in for Saturdays with Sammy. 30 minutes of Sammy Davis Jr. music with your host, John Rose. Listen live or at www.wbcb1490.com for another edition of Saturdays with Sammy on WBCB.
Tune in to 1490 WBCB and 107.3 FM for Jolly and the Loon, Fridays 1 to 2 p.m. Join hosts Paul Jolovitz and Bill Warndell for the most engaging, energetic, and entertaining sports talk show anywhere live from Capitol Health's Hopewell campus and Puss in Boots Tavern Friday. Paul and Billy will take you around the world of sports and have some of the most notable sports names anywhere join them. It's Jolly and the Loon, Friday 1 to 2 p.m. right here on 1490 WBCB, 107.3 FM, and online at WBCB1490.com.
This is Sal Angeletti asking you to join me and the boys every Monday night from 5 to 6 p.m. for Talking Baseball with Sal Angeletti. We will have special guests each week and a breakdown of all things Major League Baseball and other sports. To watch the show, visit Talking Baseball Live with Sal Angeletti on YouTube, or this and every Monday on 107.3 FM, 1490 AM, and throughout the world at www.bcb1490.com. That's me, Big C, and Matty Ice every Monday night.
And we're back here on Wide Open Wednesday. Here's your hosts, Fred Fletcher and Nick Leach.
All right, we're going to jump right into a caller.
Yeah, I think we got another caller, and I think this guy won at Bridgeport. We just had the owner on the phone, and now we have a feature event winner, and he's been winning a lot down at Bridgeport. Brian Papias. Hey, Brian, what's going on, brother?
Hey, good evening, guys. How you doing today?
Good.
We're good. How are you?
Hanging in there, buddy. Another day.
Another day, right? Now,
yep.
I talked to Doug. I asked him what he does to unwind. You unwind driving heavy equipment around, right?
Yeah, well, and that's not unwinding, but, it's paying the bills, and what I do to unwind is I like to go golfing with my buddies, and, that's what I like to do besides going to the race car shop, but, that's a never-ending thing. There's always stuff to do on that. So.
Yep. Now, Brian, you've won at New Egypt, you've won at Bridgeport, and won modified races, and then you decided to team up with Dave. I know you guys got a spec motor, and I know you guys were going to run some modified shows. Dave was asking me this morning about, if we were going to, New Egypt was going to make up them shows. I hope they do. This pairing with you and Dave is working really well because you guys are winning a lot of races, and I got to say, you're the guy to beat in that class down there this year.
I appreciate that. Yeah, Dave Adams, this is our third full season together. And, he gave me a call, as I said, 3 years ago. The kid that was driving the car got COVID, and he gave me a call, asked if I wanted to run the car, because previously I sold all my own equipment,
right?
Racing equipment. And like you said, we are firing on all cylinders right now. We got 5 feature wins there in the Sportsman, and we actually do have 1 modified win there this year also with the when the Eastern Storm was in town.
Yep.
That was a big win for the team,
Yeah, I mean, you, like I said, you've won at New Egypt. You've come along. I've watched your career through New Egypt, and then you go to Bridgeport, and Bridgeport's a whole different animal. I mean, the banking there. I mean, how different do you got to get yourself psyched up for your driving style at Bridgeport as opposed to a little flatter track like New Egypt, Brian?
Well, the suspension on these cars now are totally different from when I had my own stuff. I mean, these things are a handful with the short rods and the coils and the 4 coils and stuff like that. I mean, talking to the more experienced, and I would say like Jimmy Horton and Frank Cozy and stuff like that, they did this stuff years ago.
Right.
It's like a vicious cycle. You know what I mean? It goes from coils to torsion bars back to coils again.
Right.
So, but the difference from New Egypt to Bridgeport, New Egypt, I used to be able to cruise for a lap or two and just let everything iron out.
Right.
But at Bridgeport, you got to go from the drop of the green. There's no cruising, there's no nothing. And to be honest, I ran Grandview for a whole season and I got 4 wins there.
Right.
But that place definitely taught me a lot of things that I'm able to apply to other places too. You know what I mean? So
now you're a young guy. There's older guys that race at Bridgeport. When you're done a race at Bridgeport, are you wore out?
So it's funny when you get done at, say, Georgetown or you even go to Diamond, you can not so much be wore out, but you have some more left in you. Like, hey, I can go another 10, 15 laps. At Bridgeport with the specs, it's pretty demanding, and that's not including, that's not the track's fault. It's just the way these cars are now, but I am getting older though. I'm still not that 18-year-old kid that you used to know racing at New Egypt. I'm 33 now, so it's
wow. I feel old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, you've accomplished yourself, and you've become a hell of a race car driver. I mean, even when you were running New Egypt, you started to progress and you started to get better and better. And then I watch you on TV at my house at Bridgeport. I'm just like, wow, he's really progressing really well. I mean, you and Brandon and Ryan and his brother Justin, all you young guys are the future of the sport. And you're just getting it done. And I'm proud of you, dude. I'm proud that I had a chance to watch you grow in the sport. And you're just going to get better with age like fine wine, dude. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. But it has to be, it's all about the team, right? So the group of guys that we have surrounding this whole Adams Motorsports operation are basically, in my opinion, state-of-the-art guys. I would say, 3-4 guys that go to the shop every week, and they have their jobs. I do all the scaling, but, these guys have their jobs. And I'm at the point now where I don't have to worry about anything getting done correctly because they know exactly the way
right.
Dave wants it done, I want it done, and the success is really showing. Like I said, in 3 years, we have 16 feature wins down there.
Right. That's crazy.
It's all testament to the preparation of the guys, the car from the guys and the sponsors on the car. Me being confident mentally to get the job done. And,
yeah, people don't realize that, a lot of people sit in the stands and go, oh, yeah, he's driving Dave Adams' car. Dave works at Bridgeport. And they think you just carry your bag. They don't realize that it's a 40-hour-a-week job after your 40-hour-a-week job. And like I said, you drive heavy equipment and you do all that in construction. Brian Papia don't feel like going in the garage for another 10 hours after he's done doing that. And people just don't realize what you do to get to what you're doing now. You know what I mean? I know I've been there with my brother, and it's crazy. Some people just, they're heroes on the keyboard and on their phone, and they have all the answers.
Oh, that annoys the hell out of me.
Yep. People don't realize the amount of sacrifice that Dave puts into this race team. Like I said, it was just a one car operation when I first started driving for him. And man, I would never expect we would be here where we are now with a really good crate car. A really good crate program. And to believe it or not, our spec program is pretty good too. Our modified program. Dave went out of the way and bit the bullet. He got me a brand new S.Y. Murray spec engine. There wasn't one washer, nut, bolt that was used.
Right.
No money spared to give me the best I can with a brand new Bicknell chassis. So those two combined right there were greater than I ever expected. Let me put it to you that way. And I'm so fortunate for that.
That's cool. Well, Brian, we appreciate your calling. Keep up the success. If weather permitting, I think we are going to come to Bridgeport this week, and we're going to interview some people and do a video like they've done for Wall Stadium in New Egypt. So we're going to do one of them at Bridgeport, and I'll make sure we come talk to you.
Awesome. Let me just say a couple sponsors real quick for me.
Sure, absolutely.
Real quick. J&S Electrical Contractors, Danny's Pizza Pizzazz, Prime Design Landscapes, Washout, Jones Racing Products. I can't thank CJ enough for all his help that he has given me over the past season. I mean, we really got really fast thanks to him. VP Racing Fuels, they've been with me since I went to Syracuse, and I can't thank them enough. V&M Towing, Dry at Last Waterproofing, SJR Fire, Barron's, and I miss this guy every day because we used to talk every day, but Art Lenteni with Art's Radiator, now that Jimmy Horton owns it, but they're still a big part of my operation, and I miss Artie a lot. He really got me going pretty good, too. So I just wanted to mention those guys real quick before I got off, but I appreciate you guys having me on.
No, we appreciate you calling us. Anytime, Brian. Hopefully we'll see you Saturday.
Yep, hopefully see you in Victory Lane. Thank you very much.
All right, brother. Thanks, Brian.
Take care.
Yep, you too.
All right, awesome. We're getting ready for a break?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll take our break now, and we'll come back because we got a whole lot more. We're running Wide Open Wednesday.
Hi, this is Chief Joe Kelly from the Yardley Borough Police, inviting you to tune in to our Bucks Blue Show right here on WBCB. The third Tuesday of every month from 1 to 2 p.m. We'll be interviewing local Bucks County police officers who make a difference in our community. Tune in to this very informative show, Bucks Blue, the third Tuesday of every month from 1 to 2 p.m. right here on 1490 AM WBCB and also at 107.3 FM.
Are you a parrot head?
Away again in Margarita.
Not that kind. That's more like it. If you're this kind of parrot head, don't forget to check out the Denny O Polka Show every Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon right here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. You won't see termites crawling across your 95455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
Need a perfect lunch or dinner spot? Johnny Longhots at 545 South Oxford Valley Road is your one stop for any sandwich your heart desires. Specialties like the hot South Philly cutlet, Johnny's Super Cooper, or Nana's meat pie steak, or classics like the Italian roast pork and many other Italian hoagie options. Call today, 267-202-6009. That's 267-202-6009. And never go hungry again because everything is better with Longhots. Johnny Longhots, 545 South Oxford Valley Road in Fairless Hills.
Hey, we're back right here on Wide Open Wednesday on WBCB Radio. That's right. Fred Fletcher and Nick Leach are your hosts. Guys, welcome back to the show.
All right, we're entering the third turn here of our Wednesday show, and a lot going on this week, and great callers so far. So anybody else wants to call, just give us a call, 215-949-3232, and I want to touch on something. You can jump in with me on this, Nick, about some of the memories of the tracks and how we always formed our family-friendly sport in this, and because I've said it many times, grew up in the pits of Flemington, and rooting for all the guys back then. And actually, I think Andy was going to do this car that I just got from him as a Billy Osmond tribute, went to Ferriola. And,
yes.
The Billy was my favorite driver growing up. And my dad helped him out a few times with stuff, and I really enjoyed, his company. And as I got older, we up at Syracuse, we used to hang with him. We actually, funny story, we took my dad's. I think it was 86 or 8. I think it was 86. My dad had just got a brand new motorhome, and we drove up to Syracuse, and I guess they thought we were an owner or something because it was a brand new 38-foot, so they waved us into the VIP area, so we hooked up and stuff. I'm like, okay, we'll hang out here. So we did that, and Billy and his entourage was over, a couple motorhomes down. So we all hung out. They made a little courtyard, and they hung out. They had clam bake. They had, beer was flowing, and everything was going. It was just those memories that were made that weekend, even though it snowed a little bit, and Kenny Brightbill won that week.
Right.
In the snow. And, it was just some of the memories that that are burned in my psyche. And I want to say that I'm talking a little bit about Flemington because my whole family used to hang out with my dad's truck, and we had a little rivalry between Osmonds and the Ploskys because my cousin Dick and his wife Ruth, my cousins Debbie and Dickie, and we all used to hang. Chrissy and Johnny Scarpati, when we were all little, used to hang out. Joe Solak's daughter Michelle I grew up with and graduated with, and we all was just running the pits. But today I lost my my cousin Ruth. She was she was sick for a while, but she finally lost her battle today, and she was one of Plosky's biggest fans. I mean, she loved Stan, and she would chase him around. So those are the memories I had, and they were a big part of my memories. My cousins and stuff like that, and you don't get that in a lot of sports, like you do with the racing. And the whole family, the whole racing family is one big family too.
Exactly.
A lot of little families. I mean, I see it down, definitely down at New Egypt. I see it at Bridgeport, and now that I've been down the wall a couple times, I'm just starting to see the families that, like, I'm identifying families and the fun that they're having and hanging out, and it's just anybody wants to have a great family experience, they should try dirt track racing or any auto racing.
Been a part of our lives forever. I mean, my brother Kenny used to take me to the track when I was little, and my brother John, of course, is not doing very well as we speak here today, and he was a hard charger. He was a hard head, and I mean, I remember going to Flemington with my brother Ken and my niece and my nephew and having a picnic and sitting in turn one and getting dirty. And one of my memories at Bridgeport is my brother come in the pits, and the tire was flat, and the tire, Wayne will also laugh when he hears this, the sidewall of the tire was gone. So my brother's got his head out the window and he's going to put air in it. And I looked at my brother Ken, and my brother Ken looked at me. He goes, "Where are we going to put the air at? There's no place to put it." He's yelling and screaming. So we couldn't put air in it. He didn't get back out there. He won his only championship at Bridgeport in 1985. We have that car that he won the championship with. So that's something that is pretty cool. And Wayne was my brother's crew chief along with Rich Swangler and a bunch of the other guys and like Brian was saying, it takes a team, it takes a village to do what you do. But back then, how lucky were we to Stan Plosky, Beavers, Osmond, Horton, Pouch. We got to see all this. Okay, and my brother Ken was a big fan of Pouch. Him and Billy were friends. Him and Rory were friends. I have an autographed picture from Billy when he first started. My brother Kenny said, "Meet me at the scale," because I sat outside the fence because I couldn't go in the pits. I come to the scale where the fence is, where the cars are coming, and there's him and Billy Pouch. Billy says, "I got something for you." And it was the autographed picture. I still have that today. So that memory lives with me forever. And then to get to interview him at New Egypt, 100 times he won at New Egypt. More than 100. And I got to interview him all the time. And I got to interview my heroes, Roger Lorino, Kenny Brightbow, all them guys. My job was the greatest job in the world. So it was a lot of fun, That's
what I always say. I used to cruise the pits with my half-assed autograph book, and every single driver, whether it was Bright Bill Beavers, Lee McBride. I remember he pulled me off to the side, and he just talking to me like a human, not like a little kid.
Yeah, it's cool.
It was great. And I was seeing all that, and then getting their autographs, and they really were our heroes. And then one of my formative experiences was I was 15, and my dad was working with Kerry Schloter, and I was staying with him for the summer, and we were based out of Dixon City, Pennsylvania, outside of Scranton, because they moved all their operation from down here in Bristol up there. And we did the tours up there. We ran 5 Mile Point every Saturday, and really good battles with Chuck Akulis and George Watson and those guys. Chuck is like the legend up there. So with the pink number 3, the Pink Panther number 3.
Now, what made you guys go all the way up north instead of like staying around home?
Earl Schloter, Kerry's dad. They bought a bar up there, and they opened up a car lot. My dad ran the car. Ran the used car lot just as soon as you got out of Scranton into Dixon City.
I meant to ask you that before, and I kept forgetting.
Yeah, we represented the Schaefer Series in '79. So
Right.
we did all like Rolling Wheels, Canandaigua,
Right.
and Syracuse, and I think we ended up 6th and 79 in points after all said and done. Kerry was a good runner.
And there was never a shortage for cars back then.
Nah.
I remember going to Windsor and being able to be in the pits, and my brother would go check the Consi lineup or whatever. I'm like, here. And I'd hand him the binoculars, and I'd be like, you're not going to see the cars in the front. You need a pair of binoculars. You're like, holy cow, he's 18th in a Consi, and they're taking 2, or 18th, and they're taking 6. And the heat races, like, everybody said the third heat race at Windsor was like a small feature. I mean, you had all them guys in there, Newt Hartman, all them guys, and it's pretty crazy that we got to see all that. And now we're sitting here talking about all this, and I sit back and I remember some of the races that I watched there. Crazy, and them cars used to go down the back stretch, man. And we were parked on the back stretch, and if you went down the other end right before they got into turn 3, forget about it. They sounded like dragsters coming down the other
Yeah, I
end.
remember going like to Canandaigua and Rolling Wheels and all that, and then seeing like Barefoot Bob McCready, Jumping Jack Johnson, Alan Johnson. I mean, real legends of the sport, and it was just. I look back at those days.
Want to take a break first?
Really sweet days.
Nah, I think we'll be all right.
All right. So cool. We got another caller.
Hey, Rocky?
Roger?
Roger? That's it.
Roger? All right.
All right, we got Roger on the line. Is that who we got?
Yes, sir. We got me.
Roger, what's going on? Now, see, Roger Manning. Now, I worked at New Egypt. I needed a sunglass sponsor. I went to Roger and his father, Don. Sunglass Central sponsored Nick Leach. I have these shades. I still have them. And Raj, congratulations on your wins, man. You know what? That's been coming for a while, but you got to be pretty happy. Your dad's got to be ecstatic.
Oh, yeah. We're all happy. I mean, getting the first one was hard enough, and then to get the second one within 2 months, it was unbelievable. Like, I can't even describe the feeling. I couldn't even describe the feeling getting 1, let alone 2.
Yeah, well, I always tell you, the first one's the hardest, the second one comes easier, the third one will come easier than that, and, me and Fred are going to try and make it to Bridgeport, so maybe you get the third one and I'll be there, but, Raj, you probably could have stayed in the crate class and won a whole bunch of races and won a championship. And I talked to your dad about this, and he said, "No," he goes, "I want him to run with the best of the best because I want him to know what it's like to race with these guys. And if he can win with them, he can win anywhere." And guess what?
Yeah, I mean,
it happened.
Here we are. I mean, that was the plan. That was our plan to begin with, was only to be in Sportsman for like a year or two. And then, when Bridgeport, we were running open Sportsman, it was like, that's when Bridgeport had like open Sportsman mixed with crate cars. And then when they got rid of the open Sportsman, we're going to only run open Sportsman for probably till 2018, then move up to modified in 2019 anyway.
Right.
And then, but once they got rid of open Sportsman, then that kind of like made our decision quicker.
Right.
So then we put an order in for a big block through Lombardo, and then we ended up getting that. We got that from him. We got one from JPM, and then that's what started everything. And then Pro Power, and then I don't know, motor after motor after motor.
Right. Now, people don't know this. I know an inside secret. You were going to get a wingless car. You were going to get a wingless car, and then you realized that you were too tall for that, and you're like, "No, I can't drive one of these. My knees will be out of the top of the cage." I remember that.
Yeah, it was. That was our first go. I mean, we're going to try. I mean, that's when New Egypt was coming out with those the wingless sprints with the 305s. And and the same trans that has like the mod tab and all that. We were going to try because we didn't feel like doing all the the busted body panels and all that.
Right.
Stuff, doing all the body work. That was the main thing my dad didn't want to deal with anymore because he hated doing body work. He still does.
Now your dad.
It's not fun.
now your dad, and people know Roger Manning. Don Manning raced at East Windsor in the 414, immaculate race car. He was the cute guy with the curly hair that all the ladies used to talk about, okay? And now you guys own Design for Vision, right? And Sunglass Central, and I have an appointment on the 21st, thanks to your father. And tell us a little bit about the business. Your business is growing in leaps and bounds, too. You guys are doing well.
Yeah, we're up to 5 locations that we opened up. I mean, our 5th location we opened up about 10 years ago. My grandfather started the company in 1955 in Morrisville. And I work at that location, which was open in that was our first location. It's still standing, still there. Shopping center's still there, surprisingly. And and then the second location was in Levittown. That popped up, and my dad started running that one in the early 70s, right out of high school. And then the third one was New Hope. That opened up right after I was born in '85. And then the Newtown store opened up 2000, and then Jamison was the most recent one, around 2014 or something like that.
He said he's done, though. He's letting you guys run it,
everything.
right? He said he's done with it. He's letting you guys run it, right? Okay. So
my dad retired around 2019.
Okay.
And then it's been me and my brother been running everything ever since.
All right, so you're the guy we got to talk to sponsor the show. Right?
Yeah.
You're the guy we got to talk to sponsor the show, then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But Raj, I mean, I know how your dad is. You guys are good people. You're like family to me. So I know how ecstatic your dad is about you winning. I know how ecstatic you are. And you guys work hard. I mean, when I go to the quarry, the dually's parked out in front of the garage, so I know what he's doing in there. I know you guys work your asses off. And you're friends with the Stangles and all that, and I know you got a camaraderie there, and I know they were happy for you too. And when I seen that you won the second one, I was like, wow, here we go, this is awesome. And I talked to your dad for a little bit, and I could just tell talking to him how proud he is that you got the job done. And good things happen to good people, Roger, and you guys are good people. So trust me, many good things are going to happen for you now that you're over the hump here. I know it took a long time to get here, but you're here now. And people knew who you were because of the heart that you have and who you are and the people that you are. Now they're going to know you for your racing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the idea. I mean, it was a long time coming, a lot of heartache and gut-wrenching nights and weekends, and it's a lot of work, these things, and most of the time it's only me and my dad.
Yep.
I mean, Gary helped us out initially, and then Ben stepped up, and then now my cousin Louie, he's helping us out. He just started helping us out this year, and he's been fantastic.
That's
and
cool.
So basically, it's the three of us every day. I go to work in the morning, and then I come home, I go in the garage, and after the garage, then I go to the gym, and then as long as the car's not torn up, then I don't go to the gym, and then I just work on the car all night.
Well, we appreciate you calling. I'm glad that you called us. I'm glad that I got a hold of you. Now that I got your number, it won't be the last time you'll be on there. Like I said, we're planning on coming to Bridgeport, and maybe you'll get to Victory Lane again, and we'll get to talk to you Saturday. How's that?
I hope so. That'd be amazing.
All right, brother. I'll be talking to you. Tell your dad I said hi. Tell Gary, too.
All
right?
Thanks, Nick.
All right, brother. Thank
good
you.
talk,
All right, we'll talk to you. Thanks. Yep.
Yeah, so just sitting here thinking about, what's the common theme through all these people that we've been talking to and what we've been talking about? Family stuff.
Yep.
And like I say, you don't get that with a lot of the other sports, and we're second and third generation, fourth generation. It's fantastic, and it's great to be
pretty cool
be a part of this.
Because I know my niece is listening. Last year I brought my niece along to help me with what I do at New Egypt. She runs the camera, and she misses that. I know she misses that. We'll get back to doing that, Dina. I promise.
And I got your shirt.
Yeah, and Fred's got your shirt. So, but yeah, she works the camera for me, and it's cool because she had a chance to do what we did, meet all the drivers and all that stuff, because she's friendly with all the drivers, and she sings a hell of a national anthem. So, we got to take a break,
It's
Mr.
break
Lawler,
time.
Stone Cold. All right, we'll be back after the break with Wide Open Wednesday.
Are you a parrot head?
Wasted away again in Margarita.
Not that kind.
Oi Dana, mother to Papuga.
That's more like it. If you're this kind of parrot head, don't forget to check out the Denny O Polka Show every Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon right here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
In your journey back to work, we understand the barriers you may face. We have a solution to bridge that gap. No matter your background, PA CareerLink staff are here to provide personalized assistance and help you thrive. Take the first step towards a new chapter in your career journey with PA CareerLink. Visit pacareerlink.pa.gov or your local PA CareerLink office today. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Vacations are only as good as the planning that goes into them. Using a travel advisor like Happy Traveler Dream Vacations not only saves you time, but money. Looking for the next family getaway, weekend getaway, or once-in-a-lifetime cruise? HappyTravelerDreamVacations.com takes care of all the worries for you. Contact them today, HappyTravelerDreamVacations.com, or call or text 479-481-1725. That's 479-481-1725. And speak with the owner, Kelly, directly. Happy Traveler Dream Vacations caters to all ages and interests, and you pay nothing for her service. Anything you can imagine with HappyTravelerDreamVacations.com. That's HappyTravelerDreamVacations.com.
Is your home sad, lonely, and depressed? Feeling like the last house on a dead-end road? Your home may be suffering from muddy gutter syndrome. A simple call to the Delaware Valley Gutter Monkeys is the first step in the solution to muddy gutter syndrome, a medically recognized condition. Millions of homes suffer in silence from this disease, but now there's help. Break this silence and call the Delaware Valley Gutter Monkeys at 215-942-9200.
Give us a call and we'll professionally clean and repair your gutters. We'll make sure your whole roof drainage system is functioning properly and give your home our 10-point topside inspection. Visit us at DelawareValleyGutterMonkeys.com or call 215-942-9200 and we'll return your call the very same day.
Gutter cleaning by the Delaware Valley Gutter Monkeys may result in bright smiles, excessive happiness, joyous lawn dancing, and overzealous celebration. On rare occasions, cartwheels and backflips have occurred. A Delaware Valley Gutter Monkey treatment is safe for women who are pregnant or trying to become pregnant. Gutter cleaning may not be right for everyone. Only people whose homes who actually have gutters.
Visit us at DelawareValleyGutterMonkeys.com.
No monkeys were harmed in the making of this commercial.
And we're back here on Wide Open Wednesday, presented by Need for Speed. Here are your hosts, Fred Fletcher and Nick Leach.
All right, we're coming out of fourth turn, heading for the checker flag here. So we're going to touch on what's going on this week. And I'll start this off with the Action Track USA. That's in Kutztown.
Mm-hmm.
Right up off of, 78 up there?
Yeah, they're racing tonight. They race on Wednesday nights, but they got something special coming up, right?
Sunday they're running the Dick DePias Classic Triple 30s for the wingless sprints and wingless 600s. All Pro Speedsters. Sounds like a really good card up there.
Wow.
Yeah, that is good. And so, that starts on Sunday at, I don't have my glasses on. What's that time? I mean, I have my glasses on, but I can't see.
I can't see.
4:30 is when the pit's open. So, head on up there to the Action Track. And then you got Big Diamond, which is in Pottsville. Again, not too far away. It's probably about 50 minutes, an hour ride. You can head up there. They got the Coal Cracker 10,000. That's the purse, the prelude to the Coal Cracker 10,000. Looks like it's 602 Crate Sportsman, Roadrunner.
And the rookies.
And the rookie 602 Crate Sportsman. And the modified. So there's a big thing going on up there. So again, that's at Big Diamond Speedway in Pottsville. So head on up there if you're up in that area, or even if you're not. Head on up there.
And you see Fred turning the pages. We got to thank Kate for doing this for us. Warren's girlfriend, Kate. And I even got it on my tablet here.
I'm not that tech savvy.
It makes it easier. But I got to wear glasses all the time. I didn't used to have to do that. Bridgeport, August 17th, Saturday. They got modified sportsman, street stocks, 4 cylinders. Vintage.
Come on. These days.
Wismer, if you're listening, just bring that car to Bridgeport.
Yeah.
Well, New Egypt's on. So if you bring that car to New Egypt, I'll go to Bridgeport. Fred will go race at New Egypt. Yeah. So, and they're filming the movie at Bridgeport, so make sure you keep your eye out for that. But they got the 4 cylinders and the vintage cars. Warm-ups are at 6 o'clock. So make sure you check that out. And then the Mr. Crate Classic is at New Egypt, one of the biggest shows of the year. I know Ryan Simmons has won that a couple times, and it's Plumstead Township night. So I think if you show your ID with Plumstead Township on it, you get a discount, or you get in for free. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't know for sure. But modified crates are 40 laps. The wingless sprint cars are there. The New Egypt wingless sprints, they are known as now, and the 4 cylinders and the vintage cars.
Oh yeah, they can run down there too.
Yeah.
And I'm breaking out the pink flamingo Dom, the bomb.
There you go. And Dom's got to wear the hat, guys. I'm letting you. Trust me, you'll be a Dom fan after this, because if he wins, he's going to be a flamingo when he gets out of the race car. So. What else we got? We got this Grandview,
Yeah,
right?
Grandview up there in Bechtelsville this Saturday. Grandstands open at 5:30. Warm up 6:15. Start time 7:30. So
They got vintage cars. Outlaw Vintage. That's the club that
Geez,
that
I'm
Wayne's a
everywhere.
member
I'm
of.
going to run all over the place.
Yeah, there you go. Wayne's a member of the Outlaw Vintage Club. We'll get a hold of
I got to
Wayne
get a hold of
Roth,
Wayne.
and he'll tell us. They got Modified Sportsman, Outlaw Vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And it's Rock Pizza Night.
Rocket Pizza.
Yeah.
And back to school free haircut.
Yep. Pirate Night at the races, Captain Jack Sparrow. That's at Wall Stadium that they're having that. Everybody's going to be dressed as pirates and drinking Captain Morgan.
Sounds like a good plan to
That
me.
sounds like a plan. Yo, Fred, we wouldn't make it back from there if we went there.
I know. Even though how easy it is to get to Walltown Stadium. I got
Autopilot.
My wife said to me last week, she goes, "What time do you think you'll be home?" I said, "The race is probably done home about 10 o'clock, a little after. I'll be home by 11." She goes, "No, from all the way down the shore?" Like, no, probably about 45 minutes. And it was literally, I timed it. I left Wall Stadium at 10. 10:45, I was pulling into Fairless Hills in my
There
driveway.
you go. Now it says all races are cone races. You know what that means? Or we got to get Earl to tell us what that means.
Yeah, we do need that.
Fast fours, 25 laps. Limited late models, 25 laps. Factory stocks, modified, sportsman. Approximately it'll end by 10 p.m. Boy, they're efficient over there at Wall
They
Stadium.
are. They
Go ahead,
are.
Earl.
Yeah, I was really as they're finishing one race, the other ones are already staged in that lane coming down into turn 4, and so as soon as that gets over, they do victory lane. The other ones are out there.
What's the matter with them people? They're acting like they know what they're doing. You can't do that in racing. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, where's the half hour between races?
That's
and all
right.
that? So,
The
but-
grader races and all that other stuff. Well, Wall Stadium, you're not going to have grader races.
No.
No, I mean, we appreciate all the people that called in tonight, Doug Rose and Roger Manning and Brian Papiez and Earl, as always. But we appreciate everything that WBCB does for us here, and we appreciate everything that the drivers do for us. And it's only going to get better here, gang, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, Fred, and I appreciate you dragging me along for this venture. It's going to be cool.
Wouldn't have it any other way. And you can always catch us on our Facebook pages, mine personal, or Fletcher's Garage, or Nick Leach, or we have the Need for Speed Facebook page where we put all this stuff on there. Nick posted a lot of stuff on there, and
the Nitro Nick page, my personal page, you can go on that too.
You can actually, I share it a lot on my America's Mechanic YouTube channel. You'll see all these episodes and then some on my YouTube channel. So
and don't forget, the Nationals are coming up for the NHRA at Maple Grove. That's coming up. We're going to have Kyle Koretsky either call in or come into the studio and let everybody know what's going on for the Nationals. That's the biggest event at Maple Grove, and that's coming up in a couple weeks in September. So they're getting geared up for that. I know Kyle's pretty psyched up. I know Kyle's psyched up for the FX racing. They got the Nitrofish trailer. They'll be doing all that with some new merchandise and stuff. But you can go online and get the Maple Grove stuff too. So, and I got my Need for Speed shirt thanks to Fred. Lawler wants his. Stone Cold wants his, or somebody's getting a body slam.
Yeah, I think I need
got you one.
I think I need to
one,
grab.
Steve.
Yeah, I think I need to get one. I'm gonna cut the sleeves off it while I'm at it.
There you go.
All right.
All right, I guess we're good to go, Steve, and we got to appreciate Steve who runs the controls here. All our guests, we appreciate you being there here with us, and till next week.
Have a great week.
Tomorrow morning, don't forget.
Yep, tomorrow morning you can catch me at 9 o'clock. I'll be under the hood, and then right after that, another Need for Speed. Not as wide open.
You're listening to 1490 WBCB and on your FM dial at 107.3 W297CL Levittown.
Is your home sad, lonely, and depressed? Feeling like the last house on a dead-end road? Your home may be suffering from muddy gutter syndrome. A simple call to the Delaware Valley Gutter Monkeys is the first step in the solution to muddy gutter syndrome, a medically recognized condition. Millions of homes suffer in silence from this disease, but now there's help. Break this silence and call the Delaware Valley Gutter Monkeys at 215-942-9200.
Give us a call and we'll professionally clean and repair your gutters. We'll make sure your whole roof drainage system is functioning properly and give your home our 10-point topside inspection. Visit us at DelawareValleyGutterMonkeys.com or call 215-942-9200 and we'll return your call the very same day.
Gutter cleaning by the Delaware Valley Gutter Monkeys may result in bright smiles, excessive happiness, joyous lawn dancing, and overzealous celebration. On rare occasions, cartwheels and backflips have occurred. A Delaware Valley Gutter Monkey treatment is safe for women who are pregnant or trying to become pregnant. Gutter cleaning may not be right for everyone, only people whose homes who actually have gutters.
Visit us at DelawareValleyGutterMonkeys.com.
No No monkeys were harmed in the making of this commercial.
Opinions matter, and so do yours. Hi, I'm Joe Fabrizi, inviting you to join me every Monday and Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. for Opinions Matter, right here on 1490 WBCB and 107.3 FM. Join us as we tackle the tough New Jersey politics affecting you. We want to hear from you because your opinions matter.